Tina, they love you, we love you. Welcome back. Happy New Year, pals.
Happy New Year to you.
I want to talk to you about Mean Girls. I'm so excited. This Friday comes out, but I have 1,000 other questions. I want to know about your comedy tour.
Yes.
You're on tour right now with Amy Poehler.
Yes, Amy and I have been on tour since last spring. This seems like a bit. This is real.
Yeah.
You can bring your mom to this.
Yeah.
We started last spring. We've gone to a bunch of cities. This month we're going to, next weekend we're in Portland, then Atlanta, Hollywood, Florida.
Woo! Oh my God.
San Francisco and Oakland. Yeah.
Are you having fun?
We're having so much fun. We're having the most fun because basically it's like a paid mom's vacation away. So we go on a plane, we go someplace, we go to a nice hotel, and all we do is like mom stuff all day. It's like, I'm gonna go, you know what? I've heard there's a wonderful museum here. And then we'll go like, to whatever, we have like a nice brunch, and then we do our show. It's exactly like whatever Chappelle and Rock are up to on the road.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah,
it's the exact same thing.
Do our
sure
show,
it is.
And then after the show, I'll be like, I don't want to get a drink, do you? And she's like, I don't either. Good night. And then we like go to bed, and we're so happy.
Funniest human beings I know. It'd be amazing to watch you guys live.
It is a fun show.
Is it just stories? Is it improv? Is it?
It's a lot of different things. Yes.
Okay, good.
It's jokes and question and answer and improv, and oh my gosh, we improvise a little bit in the show, and it's like we never knew how to do it. It's like, oh
you
my
guys
God.
are the best. I used to go see you at UCB or something.
We used to be the best.
You still are. You still are. How are the audiences?
They're awesome. They're great. Our audiences are great. It's so many. It is like a lot of times it's just like Gen X women like us. Sometimes we do like 7:30 p.m. shows. Sometimes we do a 4 p.m. show.
4 p.m.
Those are our people.
Wait, what?
They are the best audiences.
A 4 o'clock show?
They are there. They are sober. They are ready to laugh. They have already looked at ways of how long it's going to take to get home. They have a little bag from the Home Goods they get on the way to see us. But they really are awesome.
That's fantastic. Did they ever get a little rowdy at the late ones?
Philly, we played Philly right before Christmas.
Oh, yeah.
And guess what? What a surprise, right? Philly was the rowdiest of any American city. And we did have like a bachelorette party. We were at the Met, which was beautiful. But in this beautiful balcony, there was what I assume was a bachelorette party, or maybe just a gang, I don't know. And they just kept yelling at the stage a lot. So eventually our security team went up and they're like, you guys have to go. And they were like, yeah. Yeah, you're right. We overshot it. Like they knew they were done.
We overshot it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was so fun to go back to Philly and.
Did you get your Philly accent back?
It came back immediately. Actually, like Amy, everyone was like, "You really?" I was like, "Well, yeah. I get home and I'm tired, and then like once I'm around people I know, it's like it's out. It's all happening."
Oh my God.
And I actually was like taunting the crowd in Philly and like doing Philly jokes for them, and I was saying how like one of the great things about Philly is our insane accent. That it's, no one can do it. And I was like, I tried to teach Jimmy Fallon this accent, and he's like one of the greatest impressionists in the world, and you can't do it, bro.
I'm so bad. Is it like?
We did that thing.
I want to go get some hoagies and some Wooder.
Yeah, Wooder and hoagies. Say Wooder and hoagies.
Wooder and hoagies over at the Piggly Wiggly?
We don't have those.
No, you don't have those.
Yeah.
No, the Hanky Panky. What's the name of the store?
The Acme.
Wawa.
Right?
Oh.
Acme or the
Wawa.
Who said Hanky Panky?
Hanky Panky.
But something like that, but Wawa. Yeah, you get some Wooder over at the Wawa.
He's hanging in.
Close?
It's close. That's pretty good.
It's so bad.
I used to do it for Rachel Dratch. I would always say, like, German potato salad. That was how I would do my imitation of my aunt from Fishtown.
Oh, my God.
We made that German potato salad. Beautiful.
I want to talk about Mean Girls. It's a big deal. It's out. It's coming out. It's Friday. It's finally here.
Yes.
Mean Girls is out this Friday. I know a lot of the filming. I was like, did you get a school or was it a set? It was a real school.
We shot in a real school in Middletown, New Jersey. Anybody?
Yeah.
It was called Mater Day. Was the name of the school. It had been closed. It was a Catholic school. I believe it was the alma mater of Brian Williams. Went there. And then they were like, we're never going to do better than that. Shut it down.
Close it down, yeah.
No one's ever going to succeed at that level.
No.
But I loved it because our sets were the classrooms, but then also our dressing rooms were classrooms, our offices, everything was in the school.
Wow.
And I kind of realized, like, oh, abandoned Catholic school is my aesthetic. Like, I love it. I
your
love
jam?
it.
That's your jam?
I could and did stay there all day and all night. And my husband, Jeff, he wrote all the music for the movie.
Great.
He just kept going around the school, just finding more crucifixes and just like bringing them all. He would sneak them into my dressing room and they'd be like, huge, so many, little
course he would
ones,
do
big
that.
ones, yeah.
Well, I mean, come on. The music is fantastic, by the way.
Thank you, thank you.
It's so good. Is it fun to watch? I know you did the movie, then you took it to stage. It got nominated for like 15
12
Tonys.
Tonys or something, yeah. It was great, and it was so fun to take the kind of what we learned doing the Broadway musical and the tentpole songs, and then like put them back into more of a cinematic music video style, a more pop style. They look really fluid and cool. And you know, Renee Rapp is playing.
Megan Thee Stallion. Renee Rapp is fantastic, and the new song with Megan Thee Stallion.
Yeah, she has a song in her end credits with Megan Thee Stallion. It's kind of
a banger, man. Yeah, I gotta say that. Yeah, it's fantastic. How do you, by the way, when you were casting it, do you go, how do I redo this again? Because you got to cast all new.
Yeah,
new
well,
peeps.
casting's like my favorite thing to be a part of. I love it, and we knew we wanted Renee because she had done the Broadway show when she was like 19 and gone on to do Sex Lives of College Girls, and so that was great. Paramount was psyched that we knew her. That was easy, and then like Avantika was a gorgeous actress who plays Karen. She's so gorgeous, it's like stupid.
Yeah.
It's like start laughing when you see her. Like, no, not real. AI.
Yeah.
And then I think like the last part that we cast was Gretchen, who was Lacey Chabert's part in the original movie, and it's a hard part to cast. Like we saw a lot of amazing actors, but
of course.
you need that person who's like smart but like fragile and looks like they might just like come unhinged at any second.
Yes.
And I had one day where I was like, I'm gonna go back and watch every single tape of every Gretchen that's come in. So I spent like a whole day watching all of them, and then I was like, this girl, I love this girl, B.B. Wood, she's perfect, she's Gretchen. And we hired her, and then I went to look at her IMDb page, and then I realized that I had worked with her when she was 10 on 30 Rock. And I was like, I pick her every time.
I like you.
I like you every time, B.B. Wood.
I like
cute.
you. How about the heartthrob?
Yes, Chris Briney.
He's coming on next week.
He's such a nice guy, and I'm getting to an age now where I'm like, what a nice boy. What a nice kid. Like, everyone's like, he's so hot. I'm like, oh my God, he's a baby. I truly cannot
You can't
process him that way. But I did when he was on like a Zoom callback, and I did what I'm sure was a breach of union rules, and I was like, he was on a Zoom callback on my computer, and I just FaceTimed like 12 of my 18-year-old daughter's friends, and I was like, what about this guy? And then they were all like, yes!
He's hot.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
What can we look forward to this Mean Girls? What can we set it up?
Here's the thing. If you love the original, you will get some cozy nostalgia feelings. I think you will really love this young new cast, like making these parts their own, and you will get some fun surprises. I think you will have a good time, and you will leave the theater very happy.
That's all we want right there. It's very funny. It's unbelievably funny. I don't know how you do it. I want to show a clip. Here's Tina Fey in Mean Girls. Take a look.
May I have everyone's attention, please? Eyes to the front of the room. You may notice we have a new student joining us today. She just moved here from Kentucky.
Kenya.
Kenya. Her name is Caddy.
It's Katie. Katie Heron.
My apologies. I will commit that to memory. KD, like the Canadian songstress KD Lang, and Heron, like the illegal street drug. Thank you, Caddy.
It's Katie.
Katie, hi. I'm Ms. Norbury. I'll be your homeroom teacher. This is your roster. I see you also have you for AP Calculus. You must have had excellent teachers at your old school.
Oh, I was homeschooled.
Homeschooled? Oh, that's a fun way to take jobs from my union. No, I'm joking.
Come on now. Come on. Tina Fey, everybody. Mean Girls opens in theaters this Friday. Tina and I are playing a fun new game after the break. Stick around, everybody. Hey.